領域展開無料空所
What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the Fire King's domain. It's me, Fire King Kami, back at it again. The 3.5 anniversary for Last Cloudia is coming in 2 days as of this recording. The Last Cloudia official Twitter page has released the promo video for Adel, so I figure I would make a little video just showing the showcase that they have for Adel for those who missed the live stream or didn't watch my last video during the recap for the 3.5 year anniversary. So right here we have a blank screen, but this is about to be playing Adel's preview. And I figured afterwards we can go over to the other infographic that I showed in my last video and just kind of go over Adel's kit just a little bit more again. So without further ado, let's watch this thing again. Oh, I'm so ready. Yeah, we all remember this moment in the story. I'll never forget the time we met Adel. So Lacrobos met Adel? And he is human. At his side, I felt like we could both carry him in the most hopeless of situations. I need Leannis, I hope I can get him. And Sarah. Yeah, that's yeah, that art looks really nice. Yeah, this Grand Ride, Brave Strike. The voice is really nice and the music is really nice as well. His super looks really nice for his special. Yeah, that little driver. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah. Hajimemashite.
自分が信じた道を進むだけさ。みんなが苦しめられてるのを見て黙ってなんかいられるかよ。発信の恐ろしさは十分に知ってる。でも
Yeah, and also we can talk about the new arc as
関係
well.
ない。誰かが何とかしなきゃいけないんだったら俺がやるだけだ。じっとしているなんてもったいないぞ。一緒に冒険に出ようぜ。
October 13th, Adel appears in Last Cloudia. We have 2 days until he's here. So we're not even gonna go over to the infographic. We're just gonna go based off of the video right here. Just go a little, you know, not frame by frame, but we can look at each thing that they've shown for his kit. So first of all, I do realize the joke that's going on in the community right now where they're saying Adel looks like the one character from Brave Frontier. I've never played Brave Frontier, but I've seen the comparisons, and yeah, there are some similarities. I do find that pretty funny. So yeah, let's just get into his kit. So these are all max trait level for Adel. Man, that sword looks really cool. His art just looks really cool. I can't wait to try to summon for this guy. I really want him. I have both forms of Kyle, but I'll take his ancestor as well. I can definitely use him. Alright, so the premise of Adel is that he's sort of a shifter, like how Blade Shin shifts between dark and fire. Except Blade Shin does it automatically based on an enemy's weakness. Adel does it with his skill called Holy Enchant, which I believe you actually have to go in and toggle which side you want to go in. He's light and fire, so I believe you have to toggle between which one you want, maybe in the magic menu or something like that. It's not automatic from what I've been able to read, but when Holy Enchant's not set, When the only weapon equipped is when only one weapon is equipped, his fire damage is plus 45%, and his damage cap is plus 25,000. He resists flinch from fire, earth physical, and magic attacks. And when the holy enchant is set, which is when he has his light element on, when equipped with only one weapon, light damage plus 45%, damage cap plus 25,000. And then it's the same thing as the other, except you're resisting light and dark physical and magic attacks. So whenever that Four Lords of Ruin comes back, you know, when you have to fight Zuglis, for instance, he does dark magic, or not dark magic, dark physical attacks. So you'll be resisting flinch from that. And I believe he does have a light weakness, so you'll be doing a little extra damage when you have that holy enchant set. His second is Brave Soul. It's a continuous Grand Brave effect, where in the boss wave, his strength is 20% more, and when special activates, add 15% of living allies' total strength, defense, intellect, and mind, excluding Adel, to unit strength and deal damage. So I believe that's 35% strength boost that he gets during the boss wave, which is really nice. And then there's the boost special damage cap based on number of living allies. Max is 45,000. So he's getting that 45,000 on top of the 25,000, depending on if you have the holy enchant set or not. So yeah, I believe this is going to be really nice. Those two traits, they pretty much work hand in hand. So let's go over a little bit more. So his abilities, when fully unlocked: skill 1, Trust Edge, instantly close the gap for a medium area fire combo attack. When holy enchant, i.e. the light, is set, change attribute from fire to light. And that's pretty much what the holy enchant does for each one. You know, you just, depending on which element you need at that moment, just activate holy enchant and then, you know, do your skills. Skill 2, Grand Ride. It's a frontal medium area fire combo attack that launches enemies in the air. Holy enchant set, change attribute fire to light. That's going to work very well together with things like Sky High. There is something in the arc that's going to work well with that. But we'll get to that towards the end of the video where they showed. Third skill is Brave Strike. It's a wide area fire combo attack. It's sort of like, you know, clearing small enemies, ads, or whatever. I can see this being a very good attack to use against bosses because of the wide area. I know some bosses move around a good amount, and some bosses are just huge, so no matter where you're standing, this move will land on them if you're close enough. And then his special, Ether Driver. It's a powerful wide area fire combo attack. I don't know if it attacks all enemies, but I think because that wide area, I think that actually means that it does hit all enemies. And you saw from the cinematic where they showed it looks really nice. The voice for this character is really nice. His music is really nice. They just, I think they kind of went all out trying to make this unit as good as they could without making him like busted. Because there are definitely some units that were busted when they came out, and still to this day, looking at you, V. So next, we're gonna go over, and here's his skills that he gets from activating his skill tree, his board, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna start at the bottom here. Attack up max, Fighting Spirit 4, Fighting Spirit max, Heroism up 3, Critical up 3, Advanced Aim Vitals Special Boost, Divinity Shield, Pose of Victory, Armor HP plus, Piercing, Fury 2, Quick Trigger, Shockwave 2, Awaken 2, Auto Haste, Doppelhander, Favorite Sword, Sword Boost, Sword Mega Boost, Armor High Boost, Ultimate Boost 2, Giant Killing 2. As you can see, obviously he's probably going to be a mainly physical attacker with everything like the attack ups, the fighting spirits, the advanced aim vitals, sword boosts. He obviously is going to be using a sword. I don't think you're going to be putting like a claw on him or anything like that. He gets top doppelhander, auto haste, pose of victory, favorite sword piercing, critical up, heroism. So he's going to be, you know, a boss killer. He's going to be a get in, get out multiplayer phenom. He's just going to be really good from everything that I'm seeing. So first up here we have Hero's Charisma. All allies strength, defense, intellect, and mind plus 10%. Damage cap to boss monsters plus 2000. Only while this unit is alive and it doesn't stack with other charisma. So no Maha's charisma, no Lauxius, you know, doesn't stack with any of those. Fair and square. His physical attack damage plus 20% and damage cap plus 2000 to enemies without status ailments. So if you're just going for pure straight up, you know, no curse or no illness, no blind or anything like that. So that's going to be very nice if you're just wanting to run a like purely physical non-debuffing team, maybe going into like the limit break fields or something like that, and you just want to, you know, help people out or just run through it yourself really quick without having to, you know, set up different debuffs and spells and whatnot. Parry, sword equip. See, this is why I say like he's gonna be using a sword. There's not really, he's not gonna be dual wielding. He's not gonna be using any axes or anything like that. I believe he's just gonna be like how Kyle is, you know, armor and the sword, you know. So sword equipped, chance for critical damage taken minus 40%. Now I do know there is a skill that does this as well, that I'm not sure how well it's gonna go with this. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but the chance for critical damage taken minus 40% is really nice. You're not gonna be taking those like giant hits from like bosses or anything like that do crits and everything. And then if you have, you know, pretty decent defense rating, that's going to be pretty nice for you. Next we have Unbreakable Spirit. While unit is alive and all other allies are incapacitated, when taking lethal damage, survive with 1 HP and get a 7-second nullified damage taken buff. Durability is max HP times 3 once per wave. So once per wave, when you take lethal damage, you survive at 1 HP and get 7 seconds of invulnerability. You know, you can do that to heal, you know, if you have like God Heal on some character, or Healing Wind or Stardust Heal or anything. You can try to use that to get away and, you know, try to think of another strategy. The durability is max HP times 3. So I'm not sure what his max HP is going to be. I imagine it's probably going to be somewhere in like the 9,000 to like 10,000 range once he's fully max leveled, max awakened, you know, 110. Well, even like 4.5 star awakening. You're definitely gonna want to get his board filled as fast as you can, because this unit is going to be really nice. He's gonna be a nice, you know, if there's a long fight that you need to do, maybe like some God Forge bosses or something like that, he's going to be a very nice unit to have, because I know some of those God Forge bosses are weak to light, some of them weak to fire. So next we have Divinity Buster. Gives physical attacks, special, and counters an anti-god, dragon, spirit, and undead type effect. That's pretty self-explanatory. Do extra damage to these types here. Dragon and god are probably the biggest ones. Especially, you know, if you're new to the game and you're still going through the story and you have to go fight Lauxius and you can get this guy max leveled and everything, then that'll definitely be good for you. I personally didn't really have trouble fighting Lauxius. It wasn't really that difficult, it just took long. But it's not going to be the same for everybody, and I by no means am a like pro player of this game or anything like that, but I do know my way around the game and I'm still learning. So if there's anything that I'm saying, you know, just leave it down in the comments, let me know. I'm always willing to learn, you know, just be constructive with it, you know, just don't just, you know, go down there flaming, because nobody likes that. So yeah, let's keep going. Holy Enchant. Change skill special attributes to light. So that is maybe that sort of maybe it's not in the magic menu. Maybe it's sort of like, you know, before you go into a mission, you can toggle on and off skills. Maybe like before the mission, you want to toggle it on if you know what kind of enemy you're going to be facing. Toggle it off, you know, back and forth depending on what you're going to be fighting. Next is Flames of Justice. Fire and light damage plus 30%, damage cap plus 10,000. So you're just getting that 30% on top of that last, what was it, 45%, the 30% plus 15% from your allies. So you're just getting an extra, like that was what, 75% extra fire and light damage. And then if you just add like, you know, flame boost or fire boost or whatever it was called, it's just going to be doing, you know, a lot more light critical boost and all of that. Here's one thing that's going to be really nice: Doppelhander boost 3. When only one weapon is when only weapon equipped is one sword, physical attack and special damage plus 30% and damage cap plus 9,000. They're just throwing his damage cap out the, like, you know, just through the roof. Just keep adding on and on and on to that. This is why I bring up him being mainly just a physical attacker and, you know, elemental physical attacker. Obviously skills are still good, good for clearing and everything, but I think, you know, if you build him the right way, he can sort of be like a semi-tanky, you know, attack-oriented knight, you know, sort of like how Night Lord Kyle is, or at least how I've built him. So lastly, on these skills, you get auto high protection, so you get a continuous high protection effect. So that's very nice. That his kit's going to be very nice. I did a breakdown like this in my last video, and I sort of, like, you know, went over the same things, just kind of explaining things. So next we have his arc as well, Prefects of God. This arc is very nice. We're gonna start, you know, at the top with the art trait. First of all, can we just appreciate this art? This art is really nice. This art is really, really good. I love the colors. Love the gradient from the reds to the oranges to the yellows. I do like the story behind everything that they have whenever you're leveling things up and everything. I do look forward to seeing some sort of lore videos surrounding more about Adel's backstory and whatnot. So first, everything here is going to be at max arc skill level, or max arc level, sorry. So first we're going to go over his arc trait. At the battle start or when revived, give buff to boost skill damage plus 40%, damage cap 8,000. I'm guessing that's plus 8,000 until skills are used 4 times. So when you're being revived, i.e. like how Adel, you know, when he revives by surviving with 1 HP, he gets an additional 40% damage boost, or whoever you want to put this on. You could put this on, I believe A2 has a revive effect, V has a revive with half health effect, Virgil has a revive with, I think, full health effect, or 75% health or something like that. So just put that on there, and, you know, that it's just gonna be nasty. And then once the skill damage cap is 8,000 until skills are used 4 times. I'm guessing that's also for the 40% damage buff. Next, when HP hits 0, auto revive and restore HP once per wave. So once per wave, if you die, you just auto revive and restore all of your HP. So you just get revive on top of the character's built-in revive, and then you have skills that help you revive. Yeah, it's just sort of gonna be like, you know, that meme with the Simpsons where Moe throws Barney out of the bar, and like he's like clapping his hands with the dirt off his hands and everything, and then Barney just comes back in and is just standing behind him. Yeah, that's gonna be like any unit that you're throwing out and putting this arc on. Next, we got the arc skill. Gives all enemies a damage dealt minus 50% debuff that gradually cuts HP. So if I'm reading this correctly, the enemy loses 50% damage dealt. I'm guessing it's going to be sort of like not 50% just as soon as that skill is activated. I'm guessing it's going to be sort of like a, 5, 10, 15, up to 50%. And as it gets close to that 50%, it cuts their HP. I could be wrong, like I said, let me know down in the comments if I'm wrong. Next, give all human enemies Prefects of God debuff, which cuts movement speed and strength, defense, intellect, and mind 20% more. So, if I'm reading that correctly, if you're fighting a human, they get a minus 70% movement speed, and also a minus 70% to all of their stats. Is that correct? Am I right about that? Or is it, cut movement speed just doesn't tell us how much it's cut? Maybe it's like 50% or something, and then that 20% is cutting their stats. I don't know, but either way, it's good, and it's definitely something you want to look out for. Next, the learnable skills. This is where I was talking about earlier, where that the skills from Adel, there's going to be some skills in here that work really well with him. First, we have fast no attribute wall. So in battle start, auto cast no attribute wall, just for free automatically. Human killer gives regular attacks an anti-human type effect. So soldiers, knights, snipers, sorcerers, they're all gone. Sky high 2, damage to airborne enemies plus 20% or 30%. That's what I was talking about for that one. I think it was his third skill where he no, it's the second skill where he knocks them up in the air with a fire or light attack. He already, like, you're already gonna put sky high on him because of that, but then you get sky high 2, so that's 50% extra damage to enemies that are in the air. So if you do something like Maja Sandworm build and you do Nether Tempest and they're in the air, and then you use Adel and go do that second skill, that's just gonna be them dying even quicker. That's what I'm looking out for. And then lastly, Fire Mega Drive. So fire physical attacks and special damage plus 30%. Fire physical and special damage cap plus 2000. So this is just what I mean by pretty much everything that's going to be happening with Adel is going to be physical attacks, elements done to enemies, fire, light, whatever you want to do. And then finally down here, stock skill 1 and double impact. So you can get an extra stock on top of that first skill, and then you get double impact. So I used to run impacts a lot, all three, the impact, double impact, triple impact. I stopped using them because I started seeing less and less use for them, but I don't think it would hurt to have one double impact on there, just have that chance of doing double damage, especially with stock skill 1. I'm not gonna say every time there's a double skill like that you should be going for it, but if they're two, semi-useful skills. If you are going to be using your Adel to be a skill spammer, then you're probably going to want his first skill a lot. Skill cooldown time is 1 SCT per second. So having just that extra stock skill on top, and you have something like Pirate Feast on him, you're just always going to be staying topped off with your skill, with your SCT. Something like Purple Orb also. So next we're going to go over and look at the Arc Ether reward. So the 100% Arc Ether reward is Punishment's Edge. It's a sword, rarity 7, fire attribute. It looks really nice in my opinion. I don't think it's the sword that Adel uses in his art. I think it's maybe some sort of sword that has something to do with this arc, the Prefects of God. Yeah, that's it right there. All 5 of these characters here are wielding it. He's the only one that has one that's lit up though. So its trait is boosting fire attack damage based on number of enemies with debuffs. It's plus 5% per debuff, max of 30%. So that's what I was mentioning earlier as well. You get that movement speed debuff plus all of the stats debuff from the second, the second trait from Adel. So put this on him, get this up fully fully enhanced to plus 40, you're gonna get plus 276 strength, which I believe Adele is already probably gonna have over 2500 strength. That's just speculation, I don't know. You're gonna get plus 43 defense and plus 37 mind. Attribute resistance, there's none. Status ailment resistance, there's none, obviously, but that's going to be a very nice weapon to use if you don't have, you know, anything that's going to work well with the synergy for Adele. I'm definitely probably going to use some of my Ethereon to try to get this. I'm going to try to go in a little bit and get this arc and get Adele, maybe try to get a duplicate of him so I can get that that extra skill, brain work, the extra skill slots, you know, the extra numbers. I want to try to have them at least like plus 2 to plus 4. So yeah, you can look at this again. Sarah and that's not Lagreen, it's Ray. There's Leannis and there's Lagarbos and there's Adele in the middle. That sword looks really nice. I'm definitely going to be trying to get Sarah as well whenever this anniversary comes, October 13th. Definitely looking forward to this. And what I wanted to do really quick is there was an infographic that was, well, not an infographic, there was a recap of everything that they showed in the live stream. There's a couple things that I wanted to show that is going to be something they should look out for. One, the God Relic Prisms, i.e. Mother Prisms, boost any unit's SC by 2. So collab units who haven't had the recurrence of their collab in a while, like that time I got reincarnated as a slime, or Nier Automata, or Trials of Mana, if you have any of them, you can get this God Relic Prism, this Mother Prism, and boost their SE by 2. So it'd be like having a duplicate of them. Next, the Ultra Rainbow Crystone. It is a 3000 crystal paid item. I know a lot of people don't like having stuff locked behind paywalls, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. So when you get that and you use that on your unit, they automatically raise up to level 100, and it unlocks all of their ability board up to 4-star worth enhancement. So that's just pretty much going to finish off your unit all the way. All you have to do is just build their skills, just put the skills on that you want them to have. I may use this for Adele because I just want to be able to use Adele as quickly as possible. I might just do the grind like I've done with pretty much everyone else on my account. I do have some rainbow potions stocked up, and we're going to be getting a free rainbow potion on login whenever after maintenance. So, you know, stock up if you can. Next is the Soul Crystal, which is a 300 gem paid item which boosts an arc to level 100 in one go. I believe that's any arc, whether it's a rare or a LR, UR, whatever. It's just automatically boosted up to level 10. And, you know, if you're struggling with Blue Soul, Red Soul economy, that might be something you want to look into. It's only 300 paid item or paid crystals, so what is that, like $5? You know, if you want to spend $5, then you can get your arc to level 10 if you want to. I probably wouldn't do that. I don't really have a problem with boosting up arc or any arc that I have to level 10 within the span of like a day or two. I would say just, you know, save up your money, build up your soul tanks to go even higher, build up your soul spots to get more souls per hour. But like I said, that's something that you could look into. So yeah, we're getting all of that. We're getting prayer stardust, so we're going to be able to craft arcs. Yeah. And lastly, just to end off the video, don't forget, we are getting a free UR arc ticket. Free UR arc ticket. Any UR arc that came out before this most recent one with Shift Lagarbos, was it Monopolis or Nakpala or something like that. I can't remember the name of it right now, but UR arcs that are there and below are going to be right there for your taking if you need them. Whenever the live stream happened, they showed Great War of Ruin and they showed Imperator Eldravana. So, you know, that's Holy Knight Roland's arc, the Imperator Eldravana that came out with him. I was lucky enough to get that arc, but I wasn't lucky enough to get Heroic Lord Roland. So hopefully I can get him during this anniversary, this half anniversary. So yeah, that's pretty much it right now. If you want to hear me talk about all the things that they announced during the live stream, then go check out my last video. If you want to just read them at your own pace, you can go over to the Last Cloudia subreddit, and Simitura, shout out Simitura, he did an entire breakdown and recap of everything that they spoke about in the live stream. The live stream was about 2 hours, I believe. And they sort of just went through everything that they were going to be doing for this half anniversary. And let me just tell you, all of this is just half anniversary stuff. We're not even at 4 year yet. We're not even at year 4 yet. So just imagine when you see this stuff, you watch my video or read this stuff, just imagine what the 4th anniversary is going to be like if this is how fed we're getting for the half anniversary, you know? So that pretty much wraps it up. I did have Adel's infographic right there. I believe Tweaks did this infograph and put it on Reddit, so shout out to him. But you know, that's about it. I appreciate y'all for watching. Leave a comment down telling me what you're most excited for this half anniversary. The dojo and I have some things cooked up for content for Last Cloudia. So with all that being said, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, you know, drop a like, leave a comment, say what's up, you know. But remember, set your heart ablaze.